It's like a dead masquerade, so come and dance with me.
It was on March 11th, and it was at the Grove of Anaheim in California. The lineup goes as follows: Drive A, Get Scared, Motionless in White, Alisana, and Escape the Fate. I'll start by telling you that we arrived at the venue at around 12:30 in the afternoon, and the first person in line got there around 8 a.m., if I heard correctly. I just like telling people that because I know sometimes people don't know what time to get to the venue if you want to get right up front. And so at this specific concert with these bands, it was 8 a.m. to be there, the first person in line. The line started getting super busy, I'd say two hours before doors, and then it was like wrapped around the building by the time the doors opened. So let's start with the first band, Drive A, out of Los Angeles. I've seen them before, and they put on a really good show, but I will say that they have improved a lot. They are more energetic on stage, and their stage presence is a lot better than it used to be. And they were a great opening band. Everyone was really excited, and they kicked off the concert wonderfully. Next band is Get Scared out of Utah, I believe. And I hadn't seen them before. I wasn't terribly into them beforehand, but after seeing the show, they really gained a fan. They're awesome live. Their songs are great. I think that they might be a new up-and-coming band. Like, they might start getting up there pretty high soon. I love their stage presence. I loved how the crowd reacted to them. And not knowing all of their songs, but only knowing a few, it was still a really good show. They put on a great performance. Next band was Motionless in White. I only knew one song of theirs before going to the show. But I will say that they kept me entertained the whole time. They have synchronized moves that they do together. Without knowing the music, it was probably the most entertained I've ever been seeing a band that I had never seen before and didn't really know any songs. It's hard to follow along with music follow along really well when you don't know any of the songs, especially when they're screaming, because you can't hear the lyrics really, you can't understand it very well. But they did a really good job at keeping my attention the whole time. And again, the crowd freaking loved them. It was awesome. And the next band, sorry, was Alisana from North Carolina. They did a good job, but there was some issues during the show with the microphone. The screamer's microphone wasn't working during, I think, the first two songs. Like, you couldn't hear him at all. I could kind of hear him because I was up on the barricade really close, but not through any of the speakers or even through their own monitors. So it was kind of hard because we were kind of only hearing half of the songs vocally, and it was kind of weird not being able to hear the screamer. And even the main vocals, or the singing vocals, were kind of low, so you couldn't really make out anything he was saying. I feel like if I would have known their songs and I would have really been into them, I probably could have still had a really good time during their show. But because I didn't really know any, just like a little bit, I couldn't keep up at all, and it was still, they put on a good performance. They were really energetic, and there's a lot of them on stage, but it was hard without hearing those screaming vocals and without really being able to hear the vocals really well. Another thing was, I think the singer started humping one of the monitors. That was kind of weird, but that didn't bother me too bad, but it was just kind of like, huh. Oh. Sorry I got interrupted. Now it's a different day and I'm finishing the video. Up next was Escape the Fate. And Escape the Fate was an awesome band to see live. I've seen them once before. Stage was awesome. I mean, it was a bigger stage this time compared to the last time I saw them. they put on a great performance, like always. Max wasn't able to make this show, so they had a stand-in bassist from Motionless in White, and Craig did a great job. I mean, Craig, Monty, and Robert did a great job. They kept up the energy. The fans kept going the whole time. Everything worked out really well. And all around, it was a great show. One thing I could say for Escape the Fate would be that I wish that they had a little bit more like of a set, since it was their headlining tour. I was really looking forward to like maybe even some pyro or something, but there wasn't anything like that. It was just basically a basic setup, a little bit more lights, and a back, like a riser for the drums and stuff, and that was about it. Last thing that I want to say on the show was that it was probably one of the most energetic and fun crowds I've been in a while. Usually people don't go crazy for every single band, but that was one thing that was awesome about this show. That's it for this one. Next concert should be in a week or two, and I'll be reviewing that one. Bye!